have invited very important companies that really have made a difference in Latin America. And we're going to discuss a little bit about the opportunities, obstacles, and also how they have taken their experience and made Latin America an opportunity. So it's my pleasure to introduce Roberto Rondon from AirPac, Jorge Mondal from Bantrap, and Nicolas Noriega for 24 por Oro. So we're gonna make it this simple, guys. So relax, make yourself comfortable, and we're gonna share with our online viewers as well a little bit of what's going on in the conference and a little bit of what these companies have really made a difference. So the first question is, I would like you to introduce yourself, talk about your career path, and what has made you be who you are today. So Nicolas, why don't you start?
First of all, thank you, Priscilla. Thank you for having us here. Well, my name is Nicolas Noriega. I'm from Ecuador, but I live in Monterrey, Mexico. I'm the CEO of 24SORO. 24SORO is a licensed money transmitter by the Comisión Nacional Bancaria de Valores in Mexico, and we have an amazing partnership with Banco Firme. Banco Firme is a bank based in Monterrey, and we developed together 3 different products to pay remittance in Mexico. The first one is we pay through bank deposit to any bank in Mexico. We use Banco Firme ATM network to pay our remittance. And the third one, are the most likely, is Conectados. That Conectados is a digital bank account that any Mexican citizen can open a Conectados account from here or in Mexico.
Thank you. Jorge, why don't you talk a little bit about your experience and your new role in Bantrap?
Thank you first for inviting us to be included in this panel. And okay, as you know, I belong to president of the board members of the board directors at the beginning of this year. Yes, I am an engineer with an MBA. I have around 10 years of experience in the banking sector, but my background is technology. Yes, that is the difference, that right now, you know, we are focusing in some digital transformation that everybody is talking about this, but okay, how to do it? Yes, that is the reason that, okay, sometimes the difference between, okay, a traditional banker and a new banking, okay, the technology will be the difference. Yes. Bantrap is focusing in persons. Mostly of the loans that we are providing are coming from consumer. Right now, because the technology and because the competitiveness of the other banking, we are changing our business. We are introducing also, you know, our effort in housing, in financial inclusion, that is very important in our countries. Yes. And also, we are focusing in to do some alliances that, okay, of course, we'll talk more about this, but I think that we are in the moment that we can be the difference. Yes. And the technology will be the factor that can do it real.
Digitalization, right? The first day of the conference, all we talked about is how do we become more digital and more efficient. So I agree with you, Jorge. How about you, Roberto? AirPac has a huge opportunity now, and today I've seen a lot of people stopping at your booth and requesting new partnerships. Talk to you a little bit about yourself and AirPac, how they have become to today.
Thank you, Priscilla, for having us here. My name is Roberto Rondon. I'm a commercial engineer. I have an MBA as well. Been part of AirPac for several years. AirPac is leading the region in remittances. We have presence from Costa Rica to Guatemala and now Mexico, 7 years back from in 2014. But also we've been innovating in all the digital transformation with Cashback, which is our digital ecosystem, which has a wallet, but also has a prepaid card with MasterCard. Started in 2016. We've been doing a lot of financial inclusion, first in Nicaragua, where our group was originally based. Our founding father is Nicaraguan. But we have a footprint in the whole region, as I said before, and been working with our different countries in being able to financially include all our citizens, from the different countries we have. We believe a lot in social responsibility. We also think it's not only, we're not here only for the business. We connect families. We connect families that have to leave to find a future, to get, to be able to send money back home. It's not easy. I lived 10 years in Chile, and each time I got on a plane and I had to leave my country, it was hard. And I left because I went to study there, not because I really had to leave. But these people leave because they have no option. So we take that into account and try to make the difference, because they're having a hard time already. So, trying to make it easy and try to be able to put that money that serves for education, it's used to buy food and to give their family a better future. So happy to be here sharing the panel with you guys.
And this comment really touches my heart, and I think a lot of us here come from an immigrant family, and we are immigrants, and being able to really make society prosper is at least my personal goal. So I'm really connected to your message into how we're able to help other immigrants that not necessarily have the opportunity to be sitting in Miami, Florida today, and really make a difference in their life. So very good and thoughtful mission from AirPac, and it's really a beautiful way to start and making a difference. So now let's talk business. So what is the overall perception of the cross-border LATAM market that you see? Where do you see the opportunities? And think of this, as you know, we have a lot of online viewers watching us because we are live. Other companies that are outside of LATAM, that see LATAM as a market, what should they foresee? What are the things that they should have in mind so that way they don't make the mistake when they enter the first time?
Yeah, the remittance for Latin American countries are very important. There are a lot of families that depend on it. So I think the technology part is very important to the process. We have the responsibility to create a good technology to give good services to our beneficiaries, and they can collect their money in a correct way. But most important is, if we know that remittances are very, very important, we need to create tools to teach the beneficiaries to use wisely the money. We have a Conectado that is a bank account, and if you go to, for example, Oaxaca has 500 cities, right? And just 30% of that have access to a bank infrastructure. So all the conversation are like, we have to digitalize the industry, but we have to understand the clients. We need to understand that if they doesn't have a banking infrastructure in the city that they live, why we have given them a bank account card, right? So I think the opportunities is to work with technology to give access to all our beneficiaries to can use a digital bank or a digital bank account.
So it's kind of like going to the end bank when we're teaching them how to have debit cards, and now we have to teach them how to become digital, right? Jorge, where do you see that in your experience in regards to perception of LATAM, and what are the opportunities?
Okay, let me tell you something. As in other areas, the technology is forcing changes in all these sectors, and also I think the MSB, they are suffering a lot of pressure because, of course, there are another agents and other actors that are also, forcing to be more competitive because, okay, you will see a MasterCard, you will be a Visa, you will be a Union Pay, also doing remittances, yes. And of course, right now, if somebody will send remittances to Guatemala, for example, they will check who is the channel that can provide a very small cost. Yes. If this doesn't have cost, of course, they will do it. And that is the reason that, okay, the MSB, some of them will disappear because, okay,
Yes.
because the competitiveness, because they need to invest in technology and they are not ready for to do it, because the big players have a lot of money. Yes. They need to be very creative. They need to create new services. They need to add more services value and so on. This is a very, hard age that will force to everybody to be more competitive, try to find another, for example, another effects that can give the difference, to the people, yeah. But you will see in the next 2 years, 3 years, everything will change.
It's how do you survive, right?
Yes, now is, yes, right now.
Yes.
There's the moment.
Yeah.
It's as always, in technology, a lot of companies died because, okay, they cannot follow, the process, they cannot follow, all the advantages that the other companies are providing to the others. And this is not the difference. The MSB had a very hard years in the future, yes.
So Roberto, now it's a great time for you to talk about technology. So tell us a little bit about your perception of LATAM and also where do you see the opportunities, and you can touch base on the technology piece since it is a forte for your team.
We truly believe that there's a tons of opportunities in Latin America. As a matter of fact, our group invests in the Latin America region
Yes.
constantly. Technology is opening a lot of opportunities as well. Right? We're talking before about financial inclusion. We're talking about cash. Our regions still use a lot of cash. And you see countries like Sweden, you see countries like the United States that each year are less depending on cash. So we had to financially educate our people, and as we educate them, a lot of opportunities start opening as well. For example, when we started as a remittances company, but now we have bill payments as well. We have people depositing in our stores directly to their accounts because they are bankerized. So as we go, we financially include these people, their needs start changing as well. And we are adding value constantly, innovating to these people and through all the services I was mentioning. Another service that, for example, has done pretty good in the last years is the outbound. People, the world is more connected, is more global, and the e-commerce is booming.
Yeah.
So now you see people needing to send money from our region to the United States using different channels. Traditionally, it was a SWIFT code. Now we have, for example, Ripple with ODL. We have Western Union. Our outbound business is growing phenomenally, and people start finding an alternative to the SWIFT, which is cheaper, it's faster, and it's secure. So, as we financially include these people, we're going to see each time more opportunities.
So if you have to specify, I want to dig a little deeper. If you have to specify a specific product development that you've seen your clients use within your technology, what would you say has been the hot tool at the moment right now?
One of the things that has gone pretty good with us is alliances with banks to do, because the cost for a bank to have a client in the store is pretty high.
Yes.
So partnering with us has been very well accepted by the bank client and by our clients, and we've been seeing a lot of transactions coming in and taking them away from the bank in a good sense of the word. I mean, the banks win, we win, and the clients feel very satisfied. The other thing, we have cashback, as I said before. With the pandemic, cashback was phenomenal. People was able to cash their remittance without actually having to leave their house. Yes. So those are two examples that I think.
So how about you, Nicolas? In regards, after the pandemic, we had to force ourselves to develop technology. What would you say for 24 por Oro has been the biggest product development that has really made a difference in your customer base?
Yeah, that's why we create Conectados, that is the bank account that we have, and also that's why we pay our remittance through ATM machines. Now we have 1,700 ATMs in all of Mexico. Next year, we want to open at least 100 more ATMs in the most important cities that receive remittance in Mexico, but most important in the cities that today don't have access to a banking process.
Yes.
Because they don't have the opportunity to have. So we use technology to create conectados, we use technology to create how we can pay remittance through ATMs, and with that, we are giving the opportunity to the cities that receive remittance to use their money wisely. Because if we teach them, if we create through technology that can help the beneficiaries of the remittance to use their money wisely, we will improve their quality of life, we will improve the economy of the city that we are sending the money, and with that, we will have more clients. So it's a responsibility to us that use technology to help our beneficiaries to use wisely the money. For example, Atlisco, that is a city in the state of Puebla in Mexico, last year received $120 million by remittance.
Wow.
It's 10% more than the city budget. Yeah. So the city has more money through remittance that the government has to make all the thing that the government has to give to the people. So if we see remittance like an investment, that's the future of that, right? That's the future of move the economy of all Latin American cities, and obviously we need technology to do that, to get to all that people. That's why we create Conectados, to bankerize people, but not just bankerize it and teach them that if they save money, if they invest money, the quality of life will improve, and with that, the economy of the city will improve, and obviously, if your product improve the quality of life, you will get a lot of clients and you will get a loyal base of clients.
So would you say that due to that building of technology and transforming the way that your clients do business with you have decreased the dropout rates, and then you have increased your retention of customer base? Do you have a loyalty programs as well that you linked with your technology tools to be able to link them?
We always has, when a client receives a remittance through us, we contact them and we always ask him, what do you need more of us? What kind of experience you liked more? For example, 40% of Mexico has a bank account, just 40%. Obviously, of that all 40%, I don't know, maybe 10% or 5% receive remittance. All the major remittance in Mexico are paid now by cash, right? So when we want to introduce the ATMs, when, for example, we were in New York and a guy from Puebla, I say to him, please try us, send money to your mom, and she be available to cash out the money through ATM. And he told me that my mom doesn't know how to use an ATM, right? So we tell them, please, trust me, send the money. The moment that your mom will receive the moment, we call center, calls the client and teach them in what way they could have their money through ATMs. And with that, we always improve the experience of how they can cash out the money through our systems.
How about you, Jorge? Let's discuss a little bit about product development within your company and how that has really changed your customer base and your customer retention.
Okay, the role of the banking, of all the banks, is changing. You know, the banks will be different in the future. Right now, of course, I agree with my colleague, you know. We need to give, they need to have to use more in the best way, you know, all the remittances that they are receiving, but also the financial inclusion, the financial education of the people, will give this value that, will be the difference, yeah. For example, it's not the difference, but in Guatemala, the inclusion the financial inclusion, the gap is more than 60%. It's a lot, yes? Because the people is scared to go to a bank, you know, to fill, to sign many papers and so on. Right now, our bank create the best, the most advanced digital wallet, and you can open an account directly from your phone. Yes, you don't need to go to our bank to open a banking account. Yes, this is doing the difference, and this is giving the opportunity to all the people that doesn't have a record that, okay, can get, for example, a credit card. We have some new products that can give to these people. For example, we have a credit card that we name it Siempre Sí, because we will give them, it doesn't mind that they don't have a record, yes? Yes. And also, of course, yes, as Roberto was also, the values, the principles, you know, is very important in this type of business right now. We are focusing in people. We are not focusing in machine. We need to try to try them as a humans, yes, because they have needs also, yes. I think that, okay, the bank needs to have or to get back the heart, because sometimes they say, okay, they only interest in the money, yeah? Okay, we need to do these changes because maybe after the pandemic, after this technology changes and so on, we think that, okay, we are losing this sense, this social sense, yes. The contrary, I think that we need to get back this and use the technology to connect all these people.
Conectados.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a patent to also.
That's right.
And now I want to discuss a little bit about cross-tech partnerships. A lot of the topics that we have been discussing since day one is about alianzas,
Yes.
parcerias in different countries. And that's why, the reason why we are all here today. So let's discuss a little bit about which partnerships have you guys seen that has been valuable for your company and that really has 10x your acceleration and being here today, and of course promising for a long-term future, right? Because I think out of the pandemic, being here today is already a great sign. But now is how these partnerships are going to help you to continue being relevant and to continue positioning yourself to long-term longevity. So, Roberto, why don't you start?
We believe and we need the partnerships. We can't do everything. We truly believe that we can have companies give us services that for example, Jumio, we use it for the compliance part, which has helped us a lot on the digital ecosystem. That brings the possibility to remotely enroll customers into cashback, do some screening checks. But also we also believe and care a lot about the alliances we have through our sub-agents. For example, banks. In Guatemala, for example, we have a big network that is available to us through the banking alliances we have. Same in Nicaragua, in Costa Rica, and Honduras, we have an alliance with Walmart. In those three countries, we have a big footprint in their supermarkets. Why is that interesting for us? Because our client buys at a Walmart. It doesn't buy there's other traditional supermarkets in the different countries, but the price that Walmart gives them, or the value, makes a lot of sense. And that's very important, and that has helped us to continue growing. And we believe in alliances. We truly take care of our partnerships. We truly believe that together it's much better than alone, and in a win-win sense. We don't engage in an alliance where we think that we are the only ones that are winning. For us, it's very important for the alliance to be sustainable.
Win-win solution.
It's a win-win solution. So we truly care more that our partner is winning, but we also are winning. We don't like to engage in an alliance where we think that we're the only ones that are taking an advantage. And all of this, obviously, adding value to our clients and being the client the center of our business. That's only available and possible through alliances. We can't do this alone.
Nicolas, let's discuss a little bit about alliances and partnerships and what has really helped you get here today and what kind of alliances you're continuing to look forward so that way you can stay relevant and, of course, be in the #1 position.
Yeah, in this industry, alliance networking is everything. For example, our alliance with Banco Firme helped us to create together 3 incredible products to get value to our services that we provide to our other alliances that we have with 10 or 15 money transmitters here in the United States and in Europe. And I think that with a lot of alliance, you can add value to your product and you can improve the experience of your clients. So in 24/7, for example, we have an alliance with a company of telemedicina. With them, we are giving free consults to our beneficiaries and to senders, and with that, we add value to our remittance, because remittance is like a commodity. They can use my channel, other channel to send money to Mexico, but the idea is how, if a client use your product, can have more benefits that with using other products. And the easy way to have different value and different benefits is to make good alliance with other companies. And it's very important to know the client. So if you want to get, for example, Mexico, we want to send money to Colombia, it's very important to have a local expert in Colombia, because you need to know what are the needs of the beneficiaries, and with that you can create a product that improve the quality of life. If you don't know what are the needs of the clients, you cannot create a product. So that's why I think that alliance is very good. That's why we have a lot of alliance. That's why we have alliance with Banco Firme. And I think in that way, you always will improve your product and improve the quality of life of your clients.
Jorge, let's talk about partnerships.
Okay, for Rantrao, for our bank, the alliances is a strategic key. We believe that this is a win-win, and okay, that gives us the opportunity to grow. For example, we have a very big alliance with AirPack, but
so this is a true pause. This is a true example of partnership in Latin America. We have 2 of our panelists that are currently now doing business. So I wanted to make a call out for that.
Yes, but this is very interesting because, okay, we are thinking in another type of products, another type of value that we can add to our, relationship. Also, we are thinking how to advise to the people that are receiving remittances to do, housing projects that also they are involved, and also how to finance, for example, motorcycles and so on. But we are doing this in another way. But we are using the data of the people, that we can serve them and we can provide them another kind of products. Okay, this is the most important point that, okay, we are doing because we are growing together. ARPAC is our, main partner that is, covering some services that, okay, we don't have the expertise in this. Yes. Also, we are doing another type of alliances. For example, we are doing alliances with the most important telecom operator, and we will use the 16 million, mobile that all the people have in order to try to contact them, to give them the information and so on. And also, we believe that in the future, the cash will disappear. And also we are doing a very big partnership with the biggest player of credit card providers and so on, that is UnionPay, yeah? As you know, in China, okay, they don't use cash, yes? Because they are using QR. In this way, you can offer to the small stores and so on the opportunity, you know, that don't use cash, and they will get more safety. They will get, okay, they don't need to move the money and so on. This is the future, I think, you know. This is not a long future. It's very short. It's coming very short, yes? In a very short time, you will see this. If we can do this also using this type of technology to follow in the social inclusion, this will provide, you know, a very important tool in order to support to the government, in order to grow the economy and so on. This will, you know, create a lot of new opportunities in the market. The alliances is necessary because, okay, we are not thinking into go to Central America and to create a new bank and to start, because, okay, all the banks there, we can find somebody that, okay, can be our alliance, yes, our partner, yes, in order to work together. And we can use, in order to reduce the cost, the same platform, for example, yeah? Right now, this is the way that you can grow more easily and faster, because we don't have time. This is my speech always, you know, that, okay, we don't have time.
Yes.
Because today is late.
Time is now.
Time is now, yeah. And that is the reason that, okay, this is our strategic key for to grow for Bantrao, and we are in this way, and we are getting a very good results.
So I just want to wrap it up because I know our panel is finalizing, and I wanted to wrap it up with one word. I want you to think quick on this. One word that you will describe for you and for your business that for 2022 is what you need. So I'll start the exercise myself, and then we can go one by one, because I want to leave here the thought for every participant watching us into 2022 is coming. We are going through a transformational digital movement and a new industry aggregation. It's happening right now. That's why we rebranded from IMTC to Crosstech. So for me, the word is reinvent. And I would like each one of you to just give one word so each person here can take that word with them and make sure that it's on their 2022 strategic plan for LATAM. So who wants to go next? We have 30 seconds.
You're ready?
Digital, technology.
Digitalization.
Of course, digitalization is the key right now. If we want to get success, we need it.
Roberto?
Innovation.
So here we give you 3 words for you to think about in your 2022 strategic plan. Thank you very much.